Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short Stories 430. Words that do not sound as they are spelled. Beginner. Once upon a time in the quaint village of Keytown lived a famous knight named Sir Worcester. Despite the simple life in the village, Sir Worcester often fancied the idea of explorations. The villagers found it peculiar how Sir Worcester's name was pronounced Worcester, a mystery in itself. Lady Hermione was Sir Worcester's friend and the owner of the manor, filled with exotic books. Her name, pronounced Hermione, was also a puzzle to newcomers. One day she invited Sir Worcester for a cup of tea and a discussion about an adventurous expedition. They had crumpets, delightful little cakes that were a treat to everyone's taste buds. "Dear Sir Worcester, have you ever thought of travelling far and wide?" Lady Hermione inquired, while pouring the Earl Grey, pronounced Grey, into his cup. "Indeed, Lady Hermione," he replied. "There is a place called Greenwich, pronounced Greenwich, known for its unique time observatory." Sir Worcester's eyes gleamed with curiosity and excitement. Lady Hermione agreed it would be a splendid adventure, with a map marked with peculiar names like Leicester, pronounced Leicester, and Gloucester, pronounced Gloucester. They planned their journey. The expedition began at dawn. Sir Worcester and Lady Hermione rode along cobblestone roads, clippity-clop, heading towards the first destination, Leicester. The morning air was crisp and filled with the sweet sound of birds' songs, a beautiful symphony accompanying their travel. Upon reaching Leicester, they rested at an inn with a sign that read "Ye Old Tavern," pronounced old, as old. It was bustling with lively chatter and the aroma of fresh bread baking. The innkeeper, whose surname was Chumley, pronounced Chumley, offered them a room. Sir Worcester was astonished by the innkeeper's way of pronouncing his name. Such mysteries were the spice of life for the inquisitive knight. The afternoon was dedicated to exploring. Leicester's architecture was as ancient as it was breathtaking. Sir Worcester delighted in every sight. The word architecture, pronounced architecture, was one of his favourites to share with Lady Hermione, who loved learning new words. Their next stop was Gloucester. The journey was longer, but the scenery more than compensated. Verdant fields stretched as far as the eye could see, dotted with sheep grazing peacefully. Upon arrival in Gloucester, the duo visited the impressive cathedral, a Gothic structure with towering spires that seemed to touch the sky. The choir practicing inside filled the air with ethereal melodies, enchanting their hearts all the while. The final leg of their journey took them to the famous Greenwich, the land of longitude. They attended a lecture on time and the prime meridian, which intrigued Sir Worcester greatly. The concept of time zones and how they began in Greenwich amazed him. After an enriching day, they visited a local pub called The Bell, renowned for its Worcestershire sauce, a tangy condiment whose pronunciation, Worcestershire, often bewildered visitors. Over a hearty meal, Sir Worcester and Lady Hermione reminisced about their childhood adventures and aspirations for the future. As the exposition came to a close, the return to Keytown was filled with reflections. They both agreed the journey was more than seeing places, it was about learning and sharing newfound knowledge. Upon reaching Keytown, Sir Worcester and Lady Hermione were enjoyed to share stories of their travels. Each name, each place was a token of curiosity and learning, a reminder that the world was vast and words were the gateway to discovery. Their tale inspired villagers, encouraging them to explore the wonders outside Keytown. Knight Worcester and Lady Hermione became the village legends, remembered for their adventurous spirits and the peculiar pronunciations they brought back with them. And so the story of Sir Worcester and Lady Hermione faded into a cherished memory, one of learning, exploration, and the joy of forgotten words. Vocabulary notes. Knight. Definition. A person granted an honorary title by a monarch, often for military service. Example from the story. Once upon a time, in the quaint village of Keytown, lived a famous knight named Sir Worcester. Similar words. Squire, noble, cavalier. Peculiar. Definition. Strange or unusual, often in a way that is interesting or attractive. Example from the story. The villagers found it peculiar how Sir Worcester's name was pronounced. Worcester. Similar words. Odd, unusual, strange. Expedition. Definition. A journey undertaken for a specific purpose, often for exploration or scientific research. Example from the story. One day she invited Sir Worcester for a cup of tea and a discussion about an adventurous expedition. Similar words. Journey, voyage, adventure. Symphony. Definition. A harmonious combination of sounds, especially in music. Example from the story. The morning air was crisp and filled with the sweet sound of birds' songs, a beautiful symphony accompanying their travel. Similar words. Concert, melodies, harmony. Architecture. Definition. The art of practice of designing and constructing buildings. Example from the story. Leicester's architecture was as ancient as it was breathtaking. Similar words. Design, structure, building. Ethereal. Definition. Extremely delicate and light in a way that seems too perfect for this world. Example from the story. The choir practicing inside filled the air with ethereal melodies. Similar words. Heavenly, delicate, airy. Longitude. Definition. The angular distance of a place east or west of the meridian at Greenwich, England. Example from the story. The final leg of their journey took them to the famous Greenwich, the land of longitude. Similar words. Meridian, geographic coordinate, easting. Reminiscence. Definition. To recall past experiences and events with enjoyment or nostalgia. Example from the story. Over a hearty meal, Sir Worcester and Lady Hermione reminisced about their childhood adventures. Similar words. Remember, reflect, recollect. Verdant. Definition. Green with grass or other rich vegetation. Example from the story. Verdant fields stretched as far as the eye could see, dotted with sheep grazing peacefully. Similar words. Lush, green, fertile. Tangy. Definition. Having a strong, piquant flavour or smell. Example from the story. Renowned for its Worcestershire sauce, a tangy condiment. Similar words. Zesty, piquant, sharp. Story written by ChatGPT 4.0 AI. Image created by Flux Scnell Black Forest Labs AI. What the heck? He is sitting backwards on that horse. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Hello, this is Steve. If you enjoyed the story, please would you take the time to leave a meaningful comment and click on the like icon. If you want to know when the next story has been uploaded, please click on the notify bell icon to be notified. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tell your English learning friends so they can benefit too. Thank you.